Hello, my name is Kimberly. I have some jokes to share today. I want to just share the first joke about texting my mom because I feel like everyone can kind of relate to like how they communicate with their parents as like adults, and like texting. It's like kind of fun to text your parents because um, it's like it's different when you're older and you're like, I'm not a kid anymore, but you still have to be respectful if like you disagree with your parents or whatever. But this morning my mom and I were texting, and I was just telling her a little bit about what's going on, and then I always like out of habit like say LMAO like in all caps, like LMAO. Oh, is this not on? Testing. Yes, it is. And I was like, hi, somebody broke in last night and stole my house keys, and I also have no cell phone because one of them was stolen. The other one was like dropped in a puddle, and it's just a little challenging. It's just like also there's like I woke up to like an eviction notice on the door for 14 days eviction notice, and I was like, so it'd just be nice like to have like a little bit, and I was like I asked for some help, and like she was like whatever her like response was, but what stuck out to me was that she like out of all the things that we were talking about, she asked me, she was like, it would be nice if you could cut out the LMAO. I feel like it is crass and unnecessary, and it's a lot easier to read without them, etc. And I wasn't gonna argue or like say anything, like just kind of ignore that. But I wanted to say like, Mom, I'm a comedian now. Like everything's funny. LMAO. Like you don't want me to say LMAO, but I bet you didn't know that I was gonna become a comedian and that we were gonna have this problem in our life right now where you don't like it when I say LMAO through text. But that's always been my signature because I'm always like having a good time. So I just think it's funny texting moms and everything like that. And then the other bit was when it's just about how you know your landlord is Mexican, is if he can adeptly break into your apartment and other tenants' apartments without getting caught. So that is how you know they're a bona fide Mexicano, bro, because we're adept. I'm half Mexican, so I know that my default is illegal entry as well. And I just feel like he's really good at coming in and stealing my house keys and going into other people's apartments and taking like nice jewelry and messing around their pills. Like another girl I live on the floor with told me that her medication was moved around and that her best gold jewelry was taken, her like little gold hoops. And she said that she's seen the Mexican landlord named Fidel, in her apartment before with the other landlord guy who like fixes shit around the apartments, and his name's Angel. And they both just like adeptly break into tenants' apartments and then have the gall to put a 14-day eviction notice on the door. So I just wanted to say, if you have a landlord and they're breaking into your apartment, you know for sure that they are adeptly Mexicano breaking in, and that is their ethnicity because they're so good at being sneaky and not getting caught. So, and that's how you know your landlord is Mexican. And the other bit that I have is when I was hanging out at the fire hydrant. It's just kind of like a thing to do at the fire hydrant. You just like hang out and have a good time and everything like that. There we go. You can kind of see the full. And I was just like hanging out, and I was wearing a big beach dress. Like it went all the way down to like here. And I was sitting and just kind of like meditating like this, and just kind of had like my head like kind of basking in the sun, and I was having a nice morning and just enjoying the like beautiful sun and really just meditating. And like I like the sound of water. I feel like it raises your vibrations, etc. And then I just kind of noticed this guy. He like kind of comes over and he's like, and he like like gets some water. So like say the fire hydrant's here and my legs are up at an angle, so and I am wearing that dress and it's covering all the way down to my ankles, but there's still like my legs are up at an angle because I'm sitting on the curb. And he comes up from over here and he like gets some water and he like really pretends like he really needs water, and he's like getting his hands, and he's like, oh, I just need that. But he's like doing this, so he's looking up my dress. But I didn't really quite clock that all the way until because I was so like in my Zen space of meditation, and he probably saw me and like stalked me for 5 minutes and waited for the right opportunity to pounce on a woman who's alone. It's just so lame. And then he's like kind of like backed away when I kind of looked at him. I was like, hey, bring the beer, bring the people, bring the good music. And then I just like saw this look on his face that was like shame and guilt. And then I was like, oh. And I kind of put it together. I was like, he didn't really need that water. He just needed to look up my dress. And honestly, the amount of strangers that have gotten a sneak at my under my dress and under my skirt in this city is a bit of, I think, what you call arrested development, because there have been many free sneak previews from men I don't know in the city that have gotten to take a look up my skirt and up my dress, going up the subway steps, or just sitting in the subway, and them like just totally like trying to see if there's a jackpot or lottery numbers or like their ex-girlfriend's phone number in between my legs. It looks like they're looking for something, so I have definitely noticed that is a bit of a bummer. That sexual harassment. Sexual harassment, I will say, it needs to take a chill pill. It needs to take a chill pill. I need to be able to sit on the subway wearing a miniskirt and stilettos without a homeboy sitting across from me, like, trying to, like, turn it into a porn. I really need that to be the case. I really need that to be my reality. If somebody can help me figure out how to make that possible, I'd really appreciate it. And the next bit is talking about how much I loathe Staten Island. And basically, you know, I guess it's cool. Like, there's some cool parts about it. It's good. It's just, like, I would say if you ever want to, like, have a good time, just don't. You know what? Actually, just don't. Don't even consider, just don't. Just go to any of the other 4 boroughs throughout New York City, and you'll have a really, really good time. And the way to have a good time, in fact, is to avoid Staten Island. You know what? Actually, on second thought, the only good way to enjoy Staten Island is to sit a certain way on the ferry when you're coming back, because you know how you have to have the ferry ride on the way back, and, well, on the way there too, but considering the fact that you're going to have a shit time in Staten Island, because Staten Island is a shit place, then I would just suggest that for the ladies, you just got to figure out a little creative sit position on that little ferry seat, and that ferry vibrates. It vibrates. So just, you know, figure out how to have a good time and make the best of the situation and the best of the orgasm on your way back. And then that's the only way you can enjoy Staten Island, is if you have a free orgasm by payment of the MTA. So yeah, that's the only way to enjoy Staten Island, via a orgasm. And I don't know, for men, I don't have any advice on how to enjoy Staten Island. Just go get pussy in any of the 4 other boroughs. And my last bit for this set is about, there's so much warfare, it's insane. Look at this fly, bro. It came from nowhere. Like, there's nothing where it could have come from. But the last bit is about how, I guess, in 2024, dating didn't go that great. And the the only way that I'm gonna, like, be, well, yeah, I am. Yeah. Yeah. The only people on the roster are, well, this bit is for whoever is, yeah, able to take their life and look at it and say, like, for a girl, this is gonna be who I'm dating for a roster. But for me, I'm currently taken, so it only works for rosters and people who are single and looking to date for girls. But you can just take this, if you've ever been fumbled, ladies out there, if you've ever been fumbled, like you feel like you were a great match for somebody and you were nothing but great to them, and then they fumbled you, I have some advice on how you can just avoid that problem. Make sure, and if you ever felt like ladies that you dated before and you know, they just got really lousy when it came to problem solving, and they just couldn't like be mature enough to handle relationship problems. This is what you do. You start a roster, and you say, okay, I'm only going to be dating football players and cowboys. And I'll tell you why. This ought to be your strict reasoning. If you're into that kind of thing, you know, it's got to be your type. But football players, because that way if they fumble you, you know that they are trained. And then cowboys, because if they ever get caught up in anything, you know that they come with rope. Okay, I think that's, I think I have, and then like one last little bit about how you know men and women are over each other. It's like we experience the endings in the same painful manner, like we have those same emotions, but men and women handle everything like that differently. And I think women kind of like feel the emotions like the first 3 months and then like stalk the other person's exes or whatever social media, but men are a lot more like direct and upfront about that, and they'll just be like more physical about it, and they like to stalk outside of like when so women. So how you know men get over their problems is by trying to just stalk her outside her bedroom window or her bathroom window, or take her house keys so she's under false imprisonment in her own home. Are these ways that men really think that they're going to get over a situation, is by taking control from a woman if they just stalk her outside her bedroom window, or take her house keys, or stalk her outside her bathroom window with like an annoying car beep, 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 and trying to control her mind? It's like men and women get over problems differently. I think women are a lot more, I think this is why women have always been like witches, because if we do anything too, like, you know, like physical, then anything like that kind of becomes like too ostentatious. But then men are like very ostentatious and will just like have the landlord come in and steal the house keys, or, you know, violate the boundaries of physical and mental autonomy, and constantly have a reverse beeping sound outside the bedroom window as a means of harassment. And men and women handled these problems differently. So that's how you know that you're winning in life, when none of this gets to you and you're still able to do a comedy set. Peace out.